Good afternoon, dear students. In the last presentations, we discussed about what is single cell protein, what are the different classes of microorganisms that can be used as a source of single cell protein, that is, algae, fungi, and bacteria. What are the different examples of algae, fungi, bacteria that can be used as a source of single cell protein? That also we have discussed. We also have noted down what are the different raw materials that can be used for cultivating the organisms for single cell protein production. Now let us discuss about production of Candida utilis as single cell protein. See, there are so many organisms that can be used as single cell protein. Here we are going to discuss the production of yeast, especially Candida utilis as single cell protein. Now, what are the different types of yeast that can be used as a source of single cell protein? The organisms are commonly belonging to the genus Candida, Torula, or Monnilia. Okay, however, out of these, Candida utilis is the most preferred one for single cell protein production. Why? Because it has high protein content, it is rich in vitamin B complex, and it has the ability to utilize the raw material sulfite waste liquor. Now let us discuss the fermentation process. Candida utilis as a source of single cell protein is produced by aerobic continuous fermentation process. The raw material we are using here is sulfite waste liquor. The composition of sulfite waste liquor is variable. It changes with the type of wood that we are using. Sulfite waste liquor obtained from hardwood contains 2 to 3% fermentable sugars, out of which 80% are pentoses, especially xylose arabinose, and 20% are hexoses like glucose, galactose, mannose, etc. Now, apart from the sugar, sulfite waste liquor also contains organic acids like acetic acid, formic acid, uronic acid, lignosulfuric acid. 20% of the organic solids of this liquor are metabolized by Candida yeast. Okay, 20% of the organic solids are metabolized by Candida yeast. But before we go for the fermentation, we start with the fermentation, we have to remove the sulfur dioxide present in the raw material because it may prove toxic to the growing organism. How it is removed? It can be removed by steam stripping. The pH of the medium is kept acidic in the range of 4.5 to 5.5, which can be adjusted by using ammonia or organic salts or sulfuric acid. The ammonia that is added also serves as a source of nitrogen. Potassium, phosphorus, salts. Okay, salts containing potassium and phosphorus are added intermittently into the fermentation broth. Because the process is aerobic continuous, okay, aeration is provided in adequate amount as it is a aerobic fermentation process. Continuous, it's a continuous process. So continuous feeding of the medium is done in the Wald Hof fermenter. Okay, so continuously we have to feed the medium and check the aeration, pH, etc., and the process will go on continuously. Fermentation medium is aseptically inoculated with, okay, fermentation medium, that is sulfite waste liquor and all ingredients added to it, is aseptically inoculated with sufficient amount of Candida utilis. The temperature of the fermentation broth is maintained in the range of 32 degrees Celsius throughout the fermentation process. We can control the temperature by circulating cold water through the external heat exchangers. Once your fermentation is over, you have to harvest the yeast crop by using centrifuge machine. Pass the broth through centrifuge machine. Pass it into the centrifuge machine, centrifuge the broth, and you can separate the yeast crop. The yeast crop is then thoroughly washed and cooked to get proper consistency. Okay, once the fermentation is finished, yeast crop is harvested by using centrifuge machines. Okay, the yeast crop that is harvested is thoroughly washed and cooked to get a proper consistency. At the same time, we have to remove the water and then it is subjected to pasteurization to reduce the contamination. If any contamination is present, it will be removed by pasteurization. Such a yeast crop that is obtained is known as yeast cream. After successful pasteurization, the yeast cream is dried, subjected to grinding to get a fine yeast powder. Okay, so you have an yeast crop called as yeast cream, which has been washed, cooked, and all. Then, after pasteurization, the yeast cream is dried, and after drying, it is ground into fine powder. The powder is then blended. You have to pass it through a blender and blended with what? Some color, okay, some appealing color and aroma. This blended yeast powder is then packed into small containers according to the requirement, or it can be tableted for human consumption. Is that clear? So that is all about the production of single cell protein. So this is the flow sheet. We have a raw liquor storage tank. Okay, that means it contains a sulfite waste liquor. Then by the process of steam stripping, we remove the sulfur dioxide. Okay, the raw materials are cooked, means they are sterilized and then passed into the main fermenter, which is called as Waldhof fermenter. We have to continuously pass the air in so that there is continuous aeration. Maintain the temperature in the Waldhof fermenter in the range of 32 degrees Celsius at 32 degrees Celsius, and the pH is maintained at 4.5 to 5.5. We have to add ingredients or salts which contain potassium, phosphorus, okay, intermittently. Then ammonia can be added, ammonia is also added. Then the Candida utilis yeast, into the inoculum tank is present the Candida utilis yeast. Okay, so through the inoculum tank you have to add the organism into it. Okay, so you have added raw material, that is sulfite waste liquor, all treated, and then add the salts which contain potassium, phosphorus, and all. Sufficient amount of Candida utilis yeast is also added, and allow the fermentation to proceed. Once the fermentation has been finished, you have to pass it through a, okay, the fermented product is passed through a centrifuge machine or separator. Then it is washed, cooked, water is removed, and then it is subjected to pasteurization. After pasteurization is over, you have to dry it on double drum dryer, grind into fine powder, then mix with color and aroma by passing it through a blender, and then it is packed. This is the flow sheet for single cell protein production using Candida utilis yeast. So that is all about single cell protein production.